I can't hear anything. I can't hear anything. I can't hear anything. I can't hear anything.
It's really ready to go.
I can't hear anything. I can't hear anything.
Fucking stuttering! Fucking stuttering! Fucking stuttering! Take me by the hand. 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 He, him, they, them.
There's a Windows update, so of course it's just absolutely reset all your audios. No, you should have been able to hear me, but you wouldn't have been able to hear the...
What the fuck is he wearing? He's not that weak.
You are fucking nice. Fuck yourself. You're a current. Slightly normally great.
God, have I spent the card?
I know you can hear me.
God, like,
I know you can hear me. I've got it on the hot mic on purpose.
Darling, you can smile more.
Give me a remix.
Give me a remix. That's what we fucking do. Fuck off! Ooh, by the hand. Ooh, Mr. Ocean Man. Ooh, by the hand. Ooh, Mr. Ocean Man. Yeah, she is all gangrenous. That's cute, you massive fucking soy cock. He, him, they, them. Superficial bollocks. He, him, they, them. Spider monkey fucker. Some people just call me Fluffy. Holy shit. Yard, 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 yard. It's Captain Gay. Yes, of course it's Captain Gay. Yard, 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 yard. It's really ready to go. Here's some Hollywood horse bitch. Kitty fuck. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, fucking sizzling. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, I think I make quad your main balls. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, oh my god, like yeah. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, beat him into submission. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, yada 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 yada. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, you got me. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, so fucking crazy. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, fuck off. Fire, fire, big pants flyer. One of them. So that went well. Let's move on. She's like, it's so. Oh look, what a coincidence. God damn, I hate this day. I can't say the word tampon. Who fuck? There is nothing I love more. Taking my headphones off, fuck that. Bethesda, there is nothing I love more than to fire up a brand new RPG, lose myself.
Sorry, did you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what?
Fucking pronouns! I love nothing more than to be dragged out at every fucking conceivable opportunity so you can fucking current day us. Current fucking day! Fuck off! We can't see past our own fucking reflection! That's the level of our narcissism here at Bethesda Twat Waffle! That's all you fucking are! Twat Waffle! Fuck off! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day Californian shit! Cause that's all we fucking know! Cause we're boring! We're so fucking boring! You're boring! You're fucking dull! You have nothing to say! Fuck your immersion! Guess what? What's that? Okay, hi everyone. Hello, should I put the light on? Should I? Baby, when you turn the lights down low. There we go, we'll turn the light on. Woo! Hi everyone, it's Az here from Heel versus Babyface with Afternoon Tea with Az. How's everybody doing? Hey, look, I've got myself a cup of coffee, right? And I've got a very heartwarming story for you. I ordered this coffee about an hour ago, okay? Because coffee does the Lord's work for me in the morning. You know what I'm saying. And the order was done really quickly, and the driver picked it up and was coming, and I was just like, oh, this is great. This is great. And so I was doing some stuff, some prep for the stream. This is how I do my prep for the stream. All right. Do my prep. Andrew, stop it. Do my prep. And I noticed that time was a ticking. And I was like, oh, I thought the driver would have been here by now. So I look on my phone and the driver hasn't moved. And I'm like, it's been 20 minutes since he collected the order. Hasn't moved. And I'm like, oh, come on. And it's like, due to arrive now 10 minutes before the start of the stream. And he's still not moving. Then he starts to move. But it's like, it's like 18-minute delivery cycle, something like that. So I've got to wait another 18, nearly 20 minutes. So I'm like, great, gonna have cold coffee. Gonna have cold coffee. Cold coffee and a sandwich. What a wonderful way to start, right? So anyway, the driver arrives, and I open the door, and I'm literally like having to grab the bag and run upstairs. And he comes up the pathway and he goes, he says, sorry, I'm late. I'm like, I'm a polite kind of a guy. I'm just like, it's all right. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And then he says, I started driving to your place and I realized that the coffee was leaking. So he said, instead of continuing to drive with a leaking coffee for you, he said, I stopped, turned back around, went back to the coffee shop and got them to make you a fresh coffee. And I was just like, oh. I was just like, oh, it's like, dude, thank you, man. I really appreciate that. And he's like, no problem. Gives us the bag, goes off. Didn't stop him from forgetting the fucking sandwich, though. So there was a coffee in the bag, but no fucking sandwich. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. Didn't think you'd replace the sandwich for me. Not him, not the driver. I'm talking about the people that are, hi, this coffee spilled all over this order. Do you mind doing it fresh for him? Oh, sure, yeah, here's a coffee. Did he get a sandwich? Fuck him. Are you sure you aren't right? I don't know. All I know is that I was doom scrolling on Instagram. And there was this lass, and she said, it was like 5. It was like, these are the 5 fruitiest names for a guy. And all I'm saying is 2 of the names on the list were Jeremy. No, sorry. There was Jeremy, Daniel, Dan Vask, and Ryan on this list of 5. And I'm just like, yeah, that checks out. Palace are already losing to Forest. Are you kidding me? Well, what am I saying? We haven't got a team anymore. We just sold Mateta to fucking AC Milan. So we don't even have a team anymore. Elise, gone. Eze, gone. Gahey, gone. And Mateta, now gone. It is as well. Forest are 1-0 up. Oh, so we don't even have a fucking team. Well, Mr. Porkchop's name's Daniel. So I'm in total agreement. It's a fruity name. So that was a great start to my day. Yeah, I mean, it's Lady Erin. It's all, I mean, the Patriots are like, what? 70-30 against them to win. Seahawks are like 69. Patriots 31% chance to win. I don't mind going in. I don't mind going into the Super Bowl as underdogs. I don't mind that. But what I am concerned about is that on Friday, the Patriots injury report had Drake May on. Drake May is sick, poorly sick, and he's injured his right shoulder. That's what's got me concerned. Place that bet as. Do you know, at the end of FNT, I was just like, fuck. I've just looked at the injury report and Drake May's showing up injured. And you know, Ryan likes his sports ball as well. And it was just like, well, you know, you need to come up against a good defense then. I was like, hey, we've come up against plenty of good defenses and taken on. He's like, yeah, okay. He's like, okay, that's fair enough. He said, shame about the offense. I was like, yeah. We could do with scoring some points. But if your defense holds, that's just it. If your defense holds, it can be so much more forgiving for your offense. 1 week today, we shall find out. 1 week today, I will be shaking like a shitting dog. But I'm sort of, well, as I say, I'm sort of relaxed. It's a week away. I'll be a nervous wreck by next week, but like everything, everyone's just like, Patriots got no chance. They got no chance. Absolutely no chance. No chance. No chance. No chance. No chance. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Because if we lose, then, you know, people are just like, well, we told you so. Patriots win. There's a lot of egg on people's faces. I wonder how they, like, sorry, chat. I'm just talking some sports ball for a second, if you don't mind. When the Patriots came up against the Texans, they were like, the Texans are going to do them. The Texans' defense is way too good. They're gonna plow through Drake May. Patriots aren't going to be able to do shit against them. Boom. What happened? Texans like second best defense in the league or whatever at the time, second or third. And what do Patriots do them over? And I was confident that we were going to do the Texans over as well. And then even with Denver away, mile high, don't think we've ever won a postseason game there. Postseason. And again, they were saying defense is too strong. Denver's defense way too strong. This is where Patriots road ends. And I was the one again who said, I think it's going to be close, but I think the Patriots are going to do them over. It was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be, in as much as, well, a lot less lower scoring than I thought it would be. But we just, you know, Patriots squeak out a win.
But that, I mean, I ain't gonna lie though, that Seahawks team is looking. It's looking strong. It's looking real strong. So, good luck to me, boys, next week. Done as proud, regardless. Done as proud. Yeah, you know, is it because Bo Nix was injured? Is that the reason? What if they had Bo Nix? Would it have been a different story? You never know. We'll never know. We'll never know. Oh, Palace. Fucking Steve Parish. You could fuck you. Oh yeah, and of course, Oliver Glasner's going to leave at the end of the season as well. So we're not going to have a fucking manager at the end of the season as well. So this is great stuff. Palace last, you know, the greatest we've ever done at Crystal Palace. I know I've quickly switched from American football back to British football. The greatest thing we've ever done, win the FA Cup. Then we've won the Community Shield. Then we've been pushing for European spots, you know. And then Parish is just like, hey, do you know what we should do? Sell everyone and not replace them. That's the thing. It's one thing to sell them. It's another thing to... No, coffee's doing okay, mate. So it's got this little thing here. It's like a twisty thing. So you can open it up to drink, and then if you want, you can just put it back down, you know? But they're not buying anyone to replace them, and they're certainly not buying them at the caliber of the quality of player that they're selling. And now Mateta's gone, so we're impotent up front. We got no attack. Our defense is I say compromised. Gahey's gone. Gahey was massive. And what? We're on 12 matches without a win now. 12 without a win. Unbelievable. It's very heterosexual football, Roland. It's very heterosexual. Are you going to stand, hand on heart, for the Black National Anthem at the Super? No, okay, right. So there are certain things that I won't be doing at the Super Bowl. I won't be taking no fucking knee. I won't be putting my hand on my heart for the... Can't say what I was going to say. National Anthem. I'm not watching the halftime show. I don't want to see a man in a dress running around like an absolute nonce. I just want some fucking teams to play some football. I just want New England and Seattle to play some ball, not play with other man's balls. Yeah, nonce is a British slang for fucking pedo. And there seems to be a bunch of nonces running the fucking NFL. So as soon as the halftime show comes on, I'm done. I'm gonna take I'm gonna take a half-hour break. Hell, I might have even fallen asleep because starts pretty late, I think, for us. I think it tends to start like midnight UK. NFL, not for lesbians. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. Judging by the the logo of this year's Super Bowl 60, it looks like they're looking for plenty of lesbians to turn up. Hey, do you want to see Bad Bunny in a dress? Mincing around. And they go, cheerleaders. Oh, and look. And the Patriots have got some guy on their fucking cheerleading squad, for God's sake. So I'm not even saying anything, you know. I'm not saying that Patriots, but why is there a fucking dude in the Patriots fucking cheerleading team? mincing a. And his name's Jeremy. No way! No way! Oh, man. Watching cheerleaders is bad for your children. Here's a man in a fucking dress at the halftime show. That's good for you kids. Wait, what? It is as well. His name's Jeremy. That is amazing. That is absolutely mayonnaising. See, it's true. Jeremy is a zesty name. Is a fruity name. Oh. It's like, even when you see the Premier League football, they'll be just like wearing banners all the time saying, kick racism out of football. And you're just like, well, look, if you're not racist, you're not racist. And if you're racist, you're racist. So it doesn't matter how many slogans. No, there isn't a single racist person that's going to see that on an armband and go, do you know what? They're absolutely right. I should stop being racist. So why do they waste their money on all of this stuff? Nothing wrong with, like, if there's bad behavior by your supporters, nothing wrong with taking action against them. Nothing wrong. Get those guys, get them out. Get them out. Identify them through cameras, life ban them from stadiums. But all this waste, and it's all, it's going into organizations which are just pocketing so much money. So much money. Oh, but it's all about money. It's not about virtue. It's all about money. Somebody for all of this is getting paid. Somebody's getting paid. None of this is done for free. It's all performative. Somebody is getting paid. That's what 99% of fucking charity organizations are about. Getting paid. I won't say the organization, but I did some fundraising once for a very well-known organization. And they sent us some details, or I researched some details, and it was directly from them as well. And it ended up being something, and it ended up, there's like small print or hidden away. And it was like something like 60% of the money raised will go towards. So 40% of all the money that was being raised was going for their bureaucracy. So let's say I raised £1,000. I raised more than £1,000, but let's say I raised £1,000. That means only 600 would go towards the kid, whatever that meant, and 40% was lost in the charity itself. Well, we got to pay this and pay that, and that's not called that's not efficiency by any stretch. But don't get me started on this. Don't get me started on this, because I'm of the age where I was brought up with Band-Aid, Live Aid, feed the world, let them know it's Christmas time. That's a huge moment. That was a huge moment in time, that was. Bob Geldof, just give us your fucking money. Live on the BBC, swearing away. Millions upon millions. Thank Lady Erin, I've just seen your picture. Tens of millions of dollars, pounds, whatever. Currency raised. Same 50, 40 years later, same boat. Nothing's changed. So what how did any of that that money went to the other country's government and just got okay. I get it. I see. I get it. I can't see where Palace is scoring from. Apparently Forest are all over Palace. Oh, did you see the Jarrell Miller thing? Chat, let's see if I can bring it up. Did you see the Jarrell Miller thing? This is amazing. Let's have a look at this Jarrell Miller thing, right? So there's a boxing match. This chap here, it's called Jarrell Miller. Pay close attention to what happens here. Pay close attention. He's fucking knocked his wig off. Oh, he's knocked his wig off. He knocked him so hard his fucking wig's coming off. What the fuck? Oh no. Oh no. As a person of bald, this humors me. This humors me. I guess he didn't see, AI is crazy now. That wasn't AI, by the way. This is AI. It'd be getting crazy. But oh man. Just embrace it, dude. It's okay. It's all good. It's all good, man. You didn't need that little tuft on the top of your head anyway. Okay. This is the one that I saw. Hold on. This is the one that I saw earlier today. So look at me. I'm a mean motherfucker. I mean, I wouldn't flick his balls in a dark alleyway. I think it'd not me. Look at that. There you go. What a beautiful head of beautiful head of hair, which is getting literally knocked off your head, mate. Oh no, you have malfunction. We have a malfunction. Whoop, whoop. Hair malfunction. Oh no. Oh, it's okay. We're good. No, we're no longer good. Oh. Do you think he's trying to concentrate, but at the same time, he's thinking, I say, old boy, my hair's in a right old state. Why is the top of his head white? Well, it's not seeing any daylight, is it? It's not getting no melanin. It's not getting no vitamin D. It's not mucking around with those melanin levels. You know what I'm saying? And then look, and the person is, I don't know the other boxer, but look at that beautiful shape. Look at that, it's beautiful. As a person of bald, I can appreciate this gorgeous Shaven head. Oh, sir, that is. I want to rub my fingers all over that. Boobs. So yeah, just be careful when you're boxing, guys. Just be careful when you're boxing. Make sure that you've got the well, whatever glue he was using, I think he needs to go for that Gorilla Glue. Remember the woman got her hands stuck on her fucking hair with the Gorilla Glue, whatever it was? Stupid woman. And then people gave her like $200,000 or something. It's like, what? I would love to do something retarded for $200,000. Just you name it. I'll do it. I'll remember that next time I go box. Yeah, next time you go boxing, Jordan, try not to fucking roll on anyone's feet. That shit hurts, all right? But next time you go boxing, make sure that you got the plenty of glue. Plenty of glue for that hair sit. Dude, guys, I am right. I tell you what. All right, I tell you what. I've got a weird idea. Just go with me. What if I did one day? What if I did a stream where I tested a hair system, where I put one of these what do you reckon? Try and get one of these hair systems and then do it on stream. So we got what do you reckon? What's going on at Palace? We sold everybody. That's what's going on at Palace. We've sold everybody. Elise, summer. Eze, beginning of the season. Gahey, January transfer window. Mateta, January transfer window. Oliver Glasner, leaving at the end of the season. We've sold everyone. Simon Jordan's a fucking wanker. Stupid fucking wanker who doesn't want to build Crystal Palace. He just wants to profit off it, you fucking wanker. So that's what it was. I don't know. It sounds like it'd be quite funny. It sounds like it'd be quite funny. I tell you what, though, there's a certain sense of calm about Crystal Palace now because I don't go into any single solitary match with any hopes anymore. Our team is tired, over fixture listed, sold, too little in numbers, too small. We're done. We're absolutely done. We're kaput. We're absolutely kaput. We're too tired. We're too injured. We're too over fixtured and too badly run by Simon Jordan. Fuck off. Simon Jordan, whatever. You know what I mean. Okay. Yeah, so get your hair systems in place, everybody. Who won the fight, though? Did he win? Did he lose? Oh, yeah. Jarrell Miller overcame a mid-fight hair misfunction to edge Kingsley Eber by a split decision. This improves his professional record to 27-1. So he won. He ended up winning. Well, I mean, with the hairpiece, Scotty was slightly lighter. You know, he just took off that extra couple of pounds, and then he, you know, there we go. King is too busy laughing. Yeah, maybe. Oh dear goodness me. What should we do? What should we do? What is it? Chat. I feel like we only chat for like a few minutes, and then I look at the time, and it's like half an hour's gone, 40 minutes has gone. Ugh, you are fun to talk to, chat. Oh, I tell you what, we'll have a little chit chat about the Royal Rumble. Did anybody see yesterday's Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia, in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia yesterday? Did anybody see the Royal Rumble, and what did you think? I might do a poll. I'm going to do a poll. Did you? Oh, I'll just say Royal Rumble ? Question mark. Liked it, didn't like, and then option 3, didn't watch. Remember, they're all, I say free, but they're all on Netflix now. So if you have a Netflix subscription, you get to see them all. Don't cost anything anymore. I think it was AJ's decision. Oh, AJ. Sorry, I thought you talked about AJ Lee for a minute then. AJ Styles. Well, AJ Styles apparently was talking about retiring last year, but he didn't want to make a song and dance about it because of Cena's retirement tour that they were doing. So I heard a few weeks ago, like this is a few weeks ago. This is from watching dirt sheet videos, by the way. This is not me with any sources. This is literally just me watching dirt sheet videos on YouTube. But I heard a few weeks ago, I think it was from F4 Daily, I think it's from the Brian Alvarez show, that I think, don't quote me on that, that AJ was looking to retire very soon. Very soon. And there's been a lot of press on him recently. And if he's gone, because it was a bit confusing ending, because he got defeated, so he retired. But then he took his gloves off to put in the ring, and then he didn't put them down. Then he put his gloves back on again, and everyone cheered. His contract did expire yesterday. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be doing any more wrestling in WWE. Is there a chance that he could go to AEW, maybe New Japan, back to New Japan for a little bit, for just a short? I don't know. Wow. Okay. I mean, I guess you got to be a wrestling fan, but 90% of people so far on the poll have said didn't watch it. Didn't watch it. We're not wrestling people. Didn't watch. Okay. And then 2% say liked it, 8% said didn't like it. I gotta say, I thought the AJ Styles Gunther match was a good match, by the way. I thought it was a good match. But I did not think that was a good Royal Rumble. I did not think that was a good Royal Rumble. In actual fact, there was one point where I think I worked it all out in my head, and I'm watching with friends, and I said, "Oh no, I think I've just worked out what's going to happen." And they're like, "What?" And I was like, "Well, Drew McIntyre's just interfered on Cody Rhodes to set up Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes at the next pay-per-view, where Cody's going to win back the world championship, which means he'll go into WrestleMania as the champion. So it will be Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. So Roman Reigns is going to win the Royal Rumble. So it's going to be Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns 3. And what happened? Roman Reigns goes on to win the Rumble. The women's Royal Rumble was flat as a pancake, and I'm not just talking about the women, but the women's Royal Rumble was really flat. And there wasn't any surprises really or anything. It wasn't. I mean, apart from Brie Bella coming back at the end, there wasn't anything really interesting about that match. And then the men's Royal Rumble, you know, remember when people were saying Chris Jericho is going to turn up? Chris Jericho is going to come back to the WWE at the Royal Rumble. No. And who was the 30th contestant in for the men? Because Randy Orton came in at 29, and who was the 30th? Who was the 30th in for the men? Can you remember? Because I remember being Gunther. That's it. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, Gunther came in at number 30, and I'm like, what? I'm like, that's your number 30 is Gunther? I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And I was just like, I was deflated then. I was expecting a nice little surprise at number 30. It's like, oh, Gunther's coming out limping from his match that he had earlier. I was like, oh, mercy. Yeah, Powerhouse Hobbs comes out, and it has Powerhouse Hobbs. And then it changes his name to Royce Keys or something. Changes his name to Royce Keys. So now Powerhouse Hobbs is going to be known as Royce Keys. I'm like, what a fucking stupid name. If you can put Powerhouse Hobbs up on the Titantron, then just keep calling him Powerhouse Hobbs. What? I don't know what the fuck that Mr. Iguana thing was, because I don't watch the shows. I just watch the big pay-per-views like WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Royal Rumble. That's it. Royce is his son's name, and Keys is his name on his mother's maiden name. Right. Whatever. So I don't watch the show. So when that Mr. Iguana came out, I was just like, who the fuck is this loser? And it didn't even look like he was any good. Like, there's a lot of good luchadors in WWE. You know, they got Dragon Lee there. Ray Phoenix, Penta. I saw that tall luchador that came out. He was pretty fucking good. You know, Chad Gabriel's obviously pretending to be one. But that Mr. Iguana guy, I was just like, does this retard even know how to fucking wrestle? He didn't even look like he knew how to fucking wrestle. One was not amused. One was not amused with that. But yeah, I thought the atmosphere was pretty flat for the most part. Like, when the audience didn't like somebody, it was just, you could hear a pin drop. Is that probably works better in AAA? Maybe, yeah. Maybe. Well, I don't mind a comedy act, right? I don't mind a comedy act. But normally, even if you're a comedy act, you got some really good wrestling skills. Yeah. But when he came into the ring, it looked like he barely knew how to wrestle as well. That was the thing that got me. If he was a funny comedy act that he could wrestle well, or it'd be like, okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. But other than that, I was Sol Rucker. I was liking the look of her. I was really liking the look of her. She was the standout for the women for me, was Sol Rucker. She was the standout. She was very athletic, long legs, very athletic. Pulled off some really good moves. I was, and she's only she's in NXT. Sol Rucker's in NXT, is she? But yeah, I think I'm like, look, you know, it's somebody like that you've got to. She's young. What? She's 26 or something. Like, come on. This is perfect age for you to build on this woman, like, quick. Get some momentum behind her. Every woman looked like the Power Rangers. They did it on purpose because I saw an Instagram reel where they're all lining up doing Power Ranger shit. It was on purpose. We said that as well. We're just like, all the women are dressing up. Like, they all look like different Power Rangers. And then this morning, I watched an Instagram reel came across my Insta feed, beginning with S. One of the women beginning with S. Not Sol Rucker, by the way. Another one of the women beginning with S. It was her account, and it had nearly 200,000 views. Was it Jordan? No, it might have been Jordan Grace's. Actually, you're right. It might have been Jordan Grace's Instagram account. And yeah, it had them all doing Power Rangers stuff. So it was on purpose. But no, the ladies get covered up in Saudi Arabia. You gotta be covered up to the neck. You're not allowed to show any skin. There was one point where one of the ladies started like putting her hands on her head and like wiggling her hips and everything, and we were like, "What? Careful, love, you might get stoned at the end of this." Be very careful now. Very careful now. Palace have scored! Palace have scored! Forest 1, Palace 1! Holy! Holy! Forrester down to 10 men. He's off. Penalty Palace. Converted by Saar, who's our last remaining good player, I think. That's a bit harsh, but at the same time, Saar returning for the African Nations Cup. Right on the stroke of half time. What a huge thing. So now we're coming out for a whole half against 10 men. And look, I've never been on the a little bit more about wrestling. I've because I can. It's my fucking show. I've never ever managed to get on board the Roman Reigns bandwagon. Never. He's solid. Did you see the video from John Cena saying how 95% of NXT never make it? Well, he's right, because regardless of the talent that they have, they come to the main roster and then they just get fucking buried. They just get buried in the main roster. I mean, I was actually the first guy to... Oh, my God. I tell you what. I don't know about you guys, but the first male to come out for the Royal Rumble is this, like, 6'4" brick shithouse of a black dude. He looked fucking awesome. And they've got him dressed up like some fucking Heart of Darkness African tribesman. And I'm just like, whoa. Dude. Obafemi, yeah, he looks great. And I'm like, why have they got him dressed up like a fucking African tribe? I mean, it is on brand. I mean, it's not, yeah, it's kind of on brand. It just made me feel fucking awkward. Very awkward. He's from Nigeria. Right, okay. But he's not nipping down to the shops like that in Nigeria, is he? What happened to the stunning and brave Nigeria is one of the night. Anyway, don't worry about it. Exceptional book artist. Yes, I read it. Read it when I was at school, Sandy. Don't be a liberal, as. What? What? I'm just saying, made me feel awkward. Right, chat. The coffee's doing the Lord's work, so I'm going to leave you with some tunes. And when I come back, we're going to go through some stuff. Okay? So B-R B. It's really ready to go.
Okay, sizzling! Okay, sizzling! Okay, sizzling!
Take me by the hand, take me by the hand,
Okay, sizzling!
take me by the hand, take me by the hand.
Okay, sizzling!
He, him, they, them. He, him, they, them. Some people just call me Fluffy. By the hand. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. What the fuck is he wearing? It's not Halloween. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man.
Okay, sizzling!
Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. My God, am I bending the head? Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Oh my God, like yeah. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Hey darling, you can smile more. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. That's what we fucking do. Fuck off! Ooh, take me by the hand. Ooh, Mr. Ocean Man. Ooh, take me by the hand. Ooh, Mr. Ocean Man. Yeah, she is all gangrenous. That's cute, you massive fucking soy cock. He, him, they, them. Superficial bollocks. He, him, they, them. Spider monkey fucker. Some people just call me Fluffy. Holy shit. Yard, 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 yard. It's Captain Gay. Yes, of course it's Captain Gay. Yard, 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 yard. It's really ready to go. You're some Hollywood horse bitch. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, kitty fuck. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man,
Okay, sizzling!
ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, I'm gonna make wide your main balls. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, oh my God, like yeah. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, beat him into submission. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, yada 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 yada. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, you got me. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man,
So fucking crazy!
Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, fuck off! Fire, fire, big pants flyer. One of them. So that went well. Let's move on. She's like, it's oh, look, what a coincidence! God damn, I hate this thing. I can't say the word tampon. Who fucking cares? Can't. Oh, can't. What is it with you people? What is it? What is it with you people? Hey? Hey? What's this? Do you know what I'm gonna do? Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna print screen this. I'm gonna print screen that, and then I'm gonna tweet out. I had a new hair system. I had a new hair system. What do you call it? Hair system attached? Hair system implemented? What is it? What do I say? I had a new hair system. I don't even know what to say. Installed? Implanted. Yeah. I had a new hair system implanted yesterday. Come watch me now on afternoon tea to discuss. Okay, and then let's paste that. Douche, and then copy paste the link and reply to that with the link to this stream. Bang. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. I had a new hair system implanted yesterday. Come watch me on afternoon tea to discuss. You've kind of I need that forehead to go down a bit, dude. I ain't Ryan Kinnell, you know. I need this forehead to go down, sir. If I wanted to have beard plugs, I'd go and join the cast of Return to Silent Hill, which has one of the worst fake beards I've had the misfortune to see in a film. If you didn't check out my review, I do have a review for Return to Silent Hill. And it's not a good film. It's not a good film. Looks like Shatner 2000 from Night Court. You know, I think it's great, personally. I think it's great. Starfleet Academy, guys. Let's have a quick talk about Starfleet Academy. There has been, I should say, 4 episodes of Starfleet Academy so far. We have one heterosexual couple. Well, they're not even a couple yet. They're a couple in development. Caleb and the Betazoid whore. They're a heterosexual couple in progress. There have been 7 gay characters so far in 4 episodes. 7 to one heterosexual couple. There has been gay Klingon, who's gay. There's been Kyle from the War College. Tig Notaro. Holy cow. Can you believe that? Tig Notaro. Fat lesbian Femdom Hadar, as I like to call her. Femdom Hadar. And gay Klingons polyamorous fathers. I'm missing one. I'm missing one. I got to get it right. Kyle, gay Klingon, the two lesbians, the two fathers. That's 6. I'm missing one. There's a 7th. Bully Boy. And Bully Boy. And Bully Boy as well. Who just casually said in the shower scene in episode 3 that he likes it up the wrong un. And then this week, tried to snog gay Klingon. 7. I'm beginning to understand why this world is full of retards. I'm beginning to understand it. Because I think the gene pool's been so horrendously diluted. It's been so horrendously diluted that nobody's got our brain cells no more. But yes, the gay Klingons' fathers were also gay. They also liked to engage in a polyamorous relationship with some hag, some other hag. And Klingons, by the way, don't look like Klingons anymore. I can't say what I want to say because it sounds racist, but the problem is this is how the show has portrayed them. That's the thing. Like, Klingon women don't have Klingon women hair anymore. They have black women hair because they're black women. So they have human black women hair and not Klingon women hair. It's it's really difficult to watch something that's made by the far left because the far left is so horrendously racist that it gets so awkward to watch at times. It really does. And it's just like I cannot beat you. I cannot beat you at this game because you will out racist me all day, every day with your stuff. And my kind of stuff is meant, you know, it's obviously meant flippantly, humorously. Their stuff is actually meant legitimately. That's the problem. That's the problem. So we have got, but I want to show you, where's this, speaking of poly, this is the kind of headlines that looking for. This is the kind of headlines that the show is looking for and is proud of as well. Allow ads on Polygon. Hold on. No, I'm going to turn on my ad blocker. No. Reject all. There you go. So we're on Polygon. So I just applied my ad blocker. Emphasis on poly. Why Starfleet Academy turned Klingons into polyamorous refugees. That is the headline. That is your Star Trek headline of the day. Why Starfleet Academy turned Klingons into polyamorous refugees. The show's latest episode redefines what it means to be a Klingon warrior. Yes, it did. I mean, terribly, because now you can be a bird watcher, and that's a Klingon warrior. Why are all the women fat? Sorry, PPP. I have to steal your line for this because it is perfect. But PPP, I apologize. As a person of calories myself, why do all the guys have to be ripped and all the women are fat? There's a dilithium crisis, but there isn't a sugar crisis. Klingons are one of the most iconic species in Star Trek, and this week, Starfleet Academy ruined them. Oh, attracting a hugely dedicated fan base who admire their complex culture and even learn their language. So we decided to turn them into blue-haired, fat, disgusting, stinking, Portlandian, polyamorous land whales instead. Alex Kurtzman. The portrayal of Klingons has changed dramatically over the past 60 years. Not really. No, it's changed dramatically over the course of Kurtzman Trek taking over. In Star Trek The Next Generation, in the original series movies, DS9, they are a very consistent race. Only when we got into the new Trek did they become orcs, as Gary would say. They just became orcs. And they also became black-coded, which is exceedingly racist. FYI. Just like Romulans have suddenly become female Asian coded. If you watch shows like Picard and, anything Kurtzman, really. Moving from a Cold War era stand-in for the Russians to noble warriors who could be the fiercest allies in any conflict, Starfleet Academy is reimagining them again in episode 4 as gay. Right, chat, I've got a legitimate question here. And I've got a legitimate question here, and I really want to hear your responses on this. Why does everything... Oh, no, I'll make this bigger, by the way. Why does everything the far left get their hands on have to become sexual? Why is everything sexually coded? Everything. Klingons can't be warriors no more. They got to be polyamorous gays. They can't be an aggressive species. They're now socially awkward femboys. Why is everything with them that they're now polyamorous? Why is everything it's fucking it's weird. What's wrong with them? Is it just fetish? Is it just fetishism? They want to fetishize everything? Phew. Okay. By the way, I'm gonna okay. This term that they've used, Vox in Excelso, it ain't the quote that they really want to use, folks. It ain't the quote they really want to use. Okay. Vox in Excelso is about the order who have lapsed into the sin of wicked apostasy, the crime of detestable idolatry, and the outrage of the sodomites. That is to quote from Vox in Excelso. So I don't think they really realized what they were using with that one, unless they were trying to say that we're all a bunch of well, you know, I'll allow you to make your own determination of that. In the original Star Trek and the prequels, Star Trek Discovery and Star Trek Strange New Worlds, the Klingon Empire is portrayed as a fierce adversary of the just can you get Star Trek Discovery and Strange New Worlds out? You fucking this dog shit, right? Fuck off. This dog shit. Fuck off. In the original Star Trek, the Klingon Empire is portrayed as a feared adversary of the United Federation of Planets. The Empire settled into the role of a powerful geopolitical rival in Star Trek The Next Generation, which continued the series' emphasis on inclusion. Fuck! Oh, you don't know the meaning of words. You don't know the meaning of words. Worf was not put onto the Enterprise for inclusion. Worf was on the Enterprise because he was a bridge between two worlds. Not inclusion. Oh my God. Inclusion and diversity. Oh my God. Worf was a bridge. A man who lived in two completely different worlds. Brought up by human parents in Russia. FYI. Worf knew what it was like to live as human and also to be Klingon. And it was the bridge, ultimately, that Worf allowed the connection between, which created some of the most interesting Klingon stories. As well as being able to discuss in an adult way, not a retarded, we're a bunch of polycule weirdo freaks from Portland way, but in an adult way, what it's like to be a Klingon warrior in the Empire, in the United Federation of Planets, what it's like to have and to live by a code of honor. That was a great episode of Star Trek Code of Honor. Yeah, boy. It wasn't about emphasis on inclusion. You have no fucking idea what you're talking about. And that's the problem. When your franchises get hijacked by tourists, they try and turn it into what they want it to be. And so it isn't inclusion and diversity. That wasn't the reason. Very, very ignorant people. Vox in Excelso reveals that they burn the most retarded event to ever happen in Star Trek because the people who wrote it are fucking retarded. Also devastated the Klingons. I remember, folks, the burn is where a Kelpian, some alien race created by Kurtzman Trek, was born on a planet of dilithium, and because he was because the mum was pregnant when they got to the planet, somehow the dilithium bonded with the baby in the womb at the genetic level, which makes no fucking sense. It's an accelerant. It's an accelerant for the warp cores, you know? It's like if Lady Erin, you've had children. It's like you being pregnant while living next to a gas station and your child has been genetically linked at the DNA level to fucking gasoline. Yeah, the dilithium chambers for the warp core engines. It makes no fucking sense. And then when the kid was born and the kid's mum was killed in front of it, the kid screamed. And in screaming caused every single vessel that used a dilithium, it's a conduit, there you go, thank you, that used a dilithium in their engines to immediately explode in the whole galaxy. But somehow not the planet that they were on, which was completely full of dilithium. It is the most retarded, absolute window-licking, brainless tripe you could ever fucking hear in your life. Oh, but Romulans don't use dilithium. They use a quantum singularity or something. They use a quantum something in their engines. So the Romulans don't even use dilithium. So even though Romulus was destroyed, because Romulus was destroyed in 2009 Star Trek, which caused the split to the Kelvin timeline, I would say that the Romulans were in the best position to become the dominant species in the quadrant. But no, but apparently the Klingons also, by the way, the Klingons had an empire. Here, I want to find something for you. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Here we go. Can you open up for me? Would you be so kind as to open up for me? No. Okay. Be a wanker then. Let's have a look at this one. Boobies. Okay. Right. Perfect. I unfortunately have to go to Reddit for a second, but it's for a very valid reason. This is a map of how the quadrant is divided, okay? So over here, you have Cardassian, the Cardassian space, right? All the blue stuff, United Federation of Planets, okay? This is the size of the Romulan Empire, okay? Look how big the Klingon Empire is. Look how big. Look how big the Klingon Empire is. Right? And here with Kronos, which was mispronounced in the episode multiple times, as was Kalis, as they kept referring to Kalis as Kalish and Kronosh. They kept saying Kronosh and Kalish. It's Kronos and Kalis. You ignorant fucks, but you don't care. You don't care, so why should we? You don't care, so why should we? Right? So this is a pretty big empire. So because Kronos used dilithium engines on their world for fuel, even though the geothermic energy was, don't think about it, that annihilated the whole of the Klingon Empire? Have you seen how big this thing is? Have you seen how big this Klingon Empire is? Did you think about it? Did you think about it? No, they didn't think about any of this. They didn't think about any of this at all. I know dilithium is not fuel. It is not fuel. But because it bonded at the genetic level to some baby who cries, everything that has dilithium explodes immediately in the whole galaxy. 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 I know, David. They've never seen a fucking map in their life. They got no fucking clue. Coal doesn't spontaneously combust. Also, petrol is not a fossil fuel. That's a lie. It's called a fossil fuel, but petrol was discovered way below fossils. So it wasn't the fossilization that created oil. Do your research. Do your research. Reveals that the burn, the catastrophic retarded event that shattered the Federation in the 31st century, also devastated the gay Klingons who are now in polycule things. Their homeworld, Kronos, was destroyed. Just like Vulcan, just like Romulus, because Kurtzman hasn't got an original fucking idea in his head. And the species is on the brink of extinction, living mostly in refugee camps, right? So, according to the episode, there is only 8 Klingon houses left. 8. And one of them is Gaydon's, which is now just Gaydon, who's gay and is therefore never going to procreate and have children and continue the line. And if you say, well, he might, what about technology? Blah, blah, blah. Well, the Klingon Empire, this has been over 100 years since the burn, and the Klingon Empire have done nothing. They've literally just wandered from refugee camp to refugee camp. There doesn't seem to be anything involving any genetic or anything like that to do with children. In actual fact, now that they're so happy to become extinct, they're encouraging gay relationships where you can't have fucking children. Because they have to virtue signal. They can't make any fucking sense because they're fucking retarded. They got a virtue signal. Aren't we stunning brave? 7 gay characters in 4 episodes. Aren't we stunning and brave? By the way, one of them happens to belong to a species that's on the verge of extinction. And so there's only 3 people left, in essence, in Gaydon's house. His 2 dads, his 2 gay dads, and his mum. His mum, who's not going to be bearing any more children because she's too old. And yet at the end of the episode, there was about 35 ships. Yeah, so they're already extinct. What they don't understand is the Klingon Empire is already extinct. with 8 houses and 35 ships of Klingons. You're extinct. Your species is over. It's done. It's done. You don't have the genetics to continue. It's done. If we lost 10% of planet Earth right now, we've got 8 billion people on. If we lost 10% of planet Earth right now, we're in a fucking crisis. We're in a breeding crisis. We're in a potential extinction event crisis by losing 10% of the population. So they're already done. They're already done. Depends on which 10%. It's good. That's a good point. That depends on which 10%. Okay. But there's simply not enough Klingons in existence to be able to continue. They're done. But there again, we're talking about a show which has got extinct races in it. Yeah. Because they've got no fucking clue what they're talking about. And then you've got a gay Klingon that's trying to debate for the survival of his species when he himself is not in any way gonna help with that procreation. The utter irony lost on these fucking idiots because they're too busy just wanting to insert their stunning and brave politics, which in the show is essentially everybody's gay. There are so many refugees at any given point in the world. Well, there's not. Oh, fucking hell, yeah. We did this on Friday Night Tights. This is one of the fucking most retarded thing. There are so many refugees at any given time in the world. It is a part of the human condition. They're not humans, the Klingons. That's just the thing, right? If this is meant to be an allegory for immigration, which is pretty much everything that Kurtzman's ever done. The Romulans, they're an allegory for immigration. The Vulcans, they're an allegory for immigration. The robots are an allegory for immigration. The Klingons are now an allegory for Betazoids are hiding behind the wall. They need to tear the wall down. Pull down that wall. And integrate with us because they are an allegory for immigration. It's all he's fucking got. Gay and immigration. Starfleet Academy showrunner Noga Landau told Polygon in a video interview, we feel that on a show, that's half your problem. You need to be thinking, not feeling. Think, don't feel. We feel that on a show like Starfleet Academy, it's important to tell that story, like we did with all the others. Vox in Excelso focuses on Gaiden, Starfleet Academy's gay Klingon student, when a ship carrying members of 8 Klingon great houses, just houses, to a refugee camp suffers catastrophic mechanical failure. But at the end of the episode, we see that there's 35 ships. This is how it's set up. A ship carrying 8, the last 8 remaining Klingon houses, has had a catastrophic accident and crashed. But at the end of the episode, there's 35-ish Klingon ships. So wait a minute, are they on one ship or are they on 35 ships? Huh? Because they say they're the last 8 remaining Klingon houses. So if they're on one ship, who the fuck are in the other 34? And we already saw by flashbacks that Gaydon's gay family was in a gay ship of its own. So exactly what crashed and where? This is written by fucking morons. And the reason why I can't do this in the review that I'm doing now is because the review would be 5 hours long. So when I do the review, I've literally just got to go through the episode and kind of give a thing and move on. And then I can come back and do videos where I break shit down, which doesn't make fucking sense. So which exactly is it? One ship or 35 ships? And who was on which ship? Which ship crashed? And why were there 8 houses on that one ship when you got 34 other ships? And if you had a catastrophic crash, why could the ambassador easily teleport to Starfleet Academy for discussions? What exactly is going on? None of this makes any fucking sense. But it's written by people who are not looking to make sense. They're looking to insert politics. They're looking to insert gay. They're looking to insert inclusion and diversity. One thing they're not looking to insert is fucking logic. Well, Gary, I spoke on the phone to Gary a few days ago. And Gary said, when all of this is over, he says, get all of your 8 reviews, cut off the your intros, and just make one huge video with all 8 reviews back to back and upload it as a massive video. So I was like, okay, I'll do that. I'll do that, Gary. But the thing is, though, right? I mean, we can laugh about it, but it needs to make sense for us to understand what's going on. Because if it doesn't make sense, then how on earth are we meant to well, empathize, relate, sympathize, criticize? How are we meant to do any of this when it doesn't make any fucking sense? Yeah, do a big supercut, he said. Do a big supercut of all of it. Upload it. So people can just like turn it on and just have the whole thing go all the way through. Because admittedly, this week's review, I uploaded much later than normal. Like 4 or 5 hours later than normal. And that meant it got uploaded way late in the UK, and it kind of got a little bit lost in the sauce. So this week I've got to make sure that I get the review out around about 6 p.m. UK time. So this week's kind of got a little bit lost in the sauce. Still did, pretty well. I'm very happy, but kind of got a little bit lost in the sauce. A little bit lost in the sauce. So this doesn't make sense. And when it doesn't make sense, I don't care. Nobody cares. All right, by the way, chat, I appreciate that you guys have, quite a few of you already just said, I'm looking forward to the supercut. Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. Oh, anyway. But the proud Klingons refuse aid, right? This doesn't make sense. We have been told that the Klingon race is moving from refugee camp to refugee camp. What does that even mean? Who is running the refugee camps? Because if the Klingons are running the refugee camps, that means they're just simply landing and setting up tent for a bit and then moving on. So you have to ask yourself, why are they even moving on? if you found yourself a planet that is habitable, where you can hunt and fish and build, then why are you even getting into the fucking ships and carrying on? They're not nomads. No, they're not travelers. The Klingons are not nomads. This isn't a nomadic species. This is somewhere trying to find a place to live, who are settling at refugee camps run by who? They're searching for Kalish. Yes, they're searching for Kalish. Whoever the fuck that wanker is. Now, there's a shit ton of planets in the Klingon Empire, so I don't know why none of those are available to them. I guess every single planet was riddled from head to toe with dilithium fucking power plants that were able to destroy all the worlds. That doesn't make any fucking sense. So who are running these refugee camps, and why are they moving on from said refugee camps? And yet, when the Federation says, hey, look, there's a planet exactly like Kronos, that you can settle down on, they're like, oh, no, sorry, we're too proud. We're too proud to settle down. Why? You're not too proud to go to a refugee camp. Aren't you accepting charity if you're going to a refugee camp? Doesn't the Federation giving you a planet actually give you your agency back and your autonomy back to exist how you want to exist and not within the confines of an... None of this makes a lick of sense. I thought the remake of Battlestar Galactica did a wonderful job of dealing with multiple different themes. Way better than anything that this Kurtzman track will ever produce. But the new Battlestar, well, the 20-year-old Battlestar Galactica now was a very good show. I enjoyed it a lot. But yeah, make this make sense, because none of this makes a lick of fucking sense. Jaden becomes a voice for his culture. Well, not really, because he's gay. So he's not going to be helping his culture in any shape, way, or form. Certainly not in procreation. Do you know what it is? It's performative activism. Their favorite form of activism. We're going to have a school debate, and I'm going to tell you how to right all the wrongs by performative activism. Even though I got absolutely annihilated by Caleb. Following the long history of rhetoric for Star Trek episodes, Gaiden faces his fear of public speaking. A Klingon faces his fear of public speaking. What an pick a slur and a You're honorless. You're honorless. It's not relatable for a Klingon. It's not relatable for a Klingon. For a limp-wristed wet fish of a human being, yes. For a Klingon? No, pick a slur, any slur. Following the long... we did with that, yeah. Coming up with a way for the Federation to give the Klingons a new homeworld. It didn't make any sense. The Klingons won't receive charity, but if you fight them for it, then they will be, ha, yes, we won. But the fight is a complete LARP fabrication. And there are 35 Klingon ships, 6 Starfleet ships. The most damage that they could do to a fucking saucer section in a fucking ship that looks like a fucking vagina is 5% damage to their shields. And then you go, we give up. That's not giving the Klingons a fight. That's patronizing them. They wouldn't accept that. That's an honorless victory. But you don't fucking understand anything that you're writing because you don't understand the species that you're talking about because you don't want them to be Klingons anymore. You want them just to be gay. Limp-wristed, gay, effeminate fucking Californians. The world outside of your own personal window. And then the Klingons go, ha. Victory is ours. We claim this world as spoils of war. No, you fucking didn't. You didn't do shit. It's patronizing for anyone. It's not cleverly disguised. It's blatant and it's obvious and everyone can see exactly what. Now, there are things that you could have done. You could have said, look, we're going to have to give them a proper fight. But I want you to target engines and not engines, otherwise you'll be blowing them up. I want you to target shields and weaponry. So you're actually there fighting and the Klingons are going for it. Yeah. I want to see some ships saying, Captain, our shields are down to 25% on one of the ships. And I want one of the captains to go, okay, pull out the fight, pull out, withdraw. So there becomes less ships. And then another ship says, Captain, our weapons are down. Our weapons have been knocked out, Captain. Okay, pull out. Then you're down to 4 ships. And then you're taking a battering on your shield. Shields are holding 75%, sir. Captain, we're experiencing some warp core instability on the Excelsior. Excelsior, pull out. You're down to 3 ships. Captain, shields are down to 50%. And that's when and that's when you go, signal the fleet to surrender. Signal the fleet to surrender. And then the Klingons have had a fight. You've been knocking out weaponry. You've been knocking out shields. You've been, incapacitating some of their ships. And they've been battering your ships that you've had to withdraw 2 or 3 before it gets serious. And then, because the ambassador knows that they don't want real casualties or as few as possible, or you could have done something even more brave. And you could have had one of the Klingon ships so badly intact that even a low phaser blast to their shield arrays penetrated and destroyed it. 13 Klingons lost. Crew of 13 Klingons lost. And then when you do the signal surrender to the fleet, you could actually have the ambassador go, they died with honor. No, but if the ship, if your ship is like down to 25% shields, a few more blasts, a few more photon torpedoes, and those shields could be gone. So you're pulling out before the risk is in effect, but they're taking damage. And that would have been so much more honorable for the Klingons. But you see, that involves the Klingons being warriors and not bending over and taking it up the wrong end because you just want Klingons to be effeminate Nancy boys with no honor, no desire to fight, polyamorous, matriarchal as opposed to patriarchal, which the Klingons are, by the way. But you don't know Star Trek. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You got no fucking clue. As long as you got a nice band of ethnically diverse characters and 7 fucking gay characters in 4 episodes, doesn't matter how many species you annihilate. It doesn't matter. You got your current day performative activism in. Well done. I take after my father. Are you a good warrior? No, I'm gay. Oh, I thought we were. No. Okay. The episode redefines what it means to be a Klingon warrior. Redefines what it does because they're no longer warriors. You've removed that from Klingons. They're not warriors anymore. They're Californian. They're weak, pathetic Californians now. Limp-wristed, liberal, far left, performative Californians. That's what they are. I think every soul alive in the galaxy right now at some point has to go to war, Landau says. That's a very Starfleet idea, that war shows up in all forms. And it's all about how you meet it when it comes to you. Well, what, up the bum? Gaiden is a pacifist studying to become a doctor. And as a Klingon, he's strikingly different from Worf. Yeah, he's honorless. He's an honorless cur. He's an honorless cur. Yeah, Californian spelt with a K. Diane told Polygon he was worried about how his character would be received until he spoke to Dawn. I love Michael Dawn. It's got nothing to do with Michael Dawn. You keep his name out your fucking mouth. Michael Dawn doesn't represent the viewing audience of this show. Michael Dawn represents himself, and God bless him. I think Michael Dawn's a lovely guy. He's a botanist. He likes the company of men. This character is a joke. Is a joke, just like the fucking show. It was an abysmal, absolutely abysmal episode that once again had to break an iconic race to fit the far leftist fucking agenda. Scum. That's who's writing this show. Scum. Kurtzman is a fucking hack. Always has been, always will be, and has been nothing but succeeded through failure. The Hollywood way. That's why Hollywood is in the fucking mess that it's in now. Huge cope gulp. Coping with the fact that I have to deal with this shit. Because, and I've said this so many times over so many years, people, and there will be a lot of you who've most likely heard me say this before, and there's probably some who probably haven't. But I'll say it again. The diversity which they really, really need is the diversity of thought. And it's the diversity which they refuse to accept, because this is a death cult, one-track mind, fucking hive mind, echo chamber, fucking wankers. They don't want diversity of thought because diversity of thought makes you think. Boobies. Oy vey. Oy vey. It's not just a cult, it's a death cult. It's a death cult. Right, let's get to some supers. Kept you guys and gals long enough from there. As Palace are holding on against the 10 men Nottingham Forest, holding on for dear life. What did I say? If Batgirl does $1 billion at the box office, then I'll have a hair system. I'll have a hair system attached. Right. Roland the Wretched with a
$200 super chatter.
Supergirl. Sorry. If Supergirl does $1 billion at the box office, I'll have a hair system. This whole thing's God, YouTube streaming is so wank. I'm over here. Am I still? No, I did turn it off. I don't know why you keep hating on Starfleet One Tree Hill. I imagine this is how an average night in Brighton goes for you. Boobies. So if I send $200 a month through August, does that get you to Vegas? Remember, my birthday's in August. You could do your yearly birthday rant in person this year. Most likely not, Roland, but next year. Next year is looking very it's looking open. It's looking good for next year. There might be a fair bit next year. We'll see. So there's but not this year, I'm afraid, dude. Zodlander with a membership for 20 months. Zodlander, thank you. DB with the £2 says happy birthday ads. Griftomania continues. I didn't even put a grift goal today. I didn't even. I'll do it now. It's useless now, but I'll just put. I mean, Griftomania is over because Griftomania was last week. That was the birthday. This is just a griftly bear. This is just a griftly bear moment. It's just a there you go. It's just a griftly bear moment, that. Too late. Too late now. It's now or never for Crystal Palace. I think because they've actually managed to get into the Forest half as we enter injury time. Kalioth with a $10. I registered for Anime Boston today. Part of that process was they wanted my pronouns. Sadly for them, they offered a free form slot. My pronoun is fucking scissoring. Are you a wizard, Az? I was maybe a grand wizard. I don't know. Maybe a grand wizard. I'm not too sure. I've been called that before. Zodlander with a 200 Swedish says, hi. I don't know if I can stick around the whole stream. I love your vids and a lot of the FNT Cruise vids on Starfleet leering. Give us the truth and give it to us raw. By the way, I agree with Shad's take on Wonder Man. Why is it Marvel? Yeah, as regards to Wonder Man, I saw all the episodes. It's got nothing to do with Marvel, really. It's got nothing to do with superheroes. It's a story. It's a story made for LA, made by LA folk for LA folk. And I don't mean this as an insult to Chris Gore by any capacity. But Chris Gore had seen it a little bit ago and said, I've seen Wonder Man. He says, I enjoyed it. He says it's the most non-Marvel thing that Marvel's done, but I enjoyed it. So I said, well, I'll wait and see. So I watched it, and I did message Chris back, and I said, I said to Chris, I said, I get why you like it, because it's Chris Gore's world. It's actors struggling, it's actors and struggling in Hollywood and, all of that kind of stuff. It's absolutely right up his alleyway. So I absolutely understand why Chris Gore likes it. And then I said to Chris, but I'm a guy from West Yorkshire. I'm a guy from West Yorkshire, and to me, it just came across as such self-indulgent, and I said it didn't do anything for me. I left it like is it well made? Yeah, I think so. Is it well acted? There's some good performances. Ben Kingsley, good performance. Abdul, what's his name? Good performance. But did I get anything from it? I got nothing. I came out of it with nothing. Like, what am I meant to get from this? Because it just came across as California's amazing. Acting's the most important thing in the world ever. It's more important than being a superhero is to actually act. And it was, I got nothing from it. So was it bad? I wouldn't say it was bad, but I'm absolutely not the audience. This again, it was seemingly going for an exceedingly niche audience. I see you, Blackguard. Holy, we'll get to you, but holy, are we gonna have to? We're gonna actually have to go to Griffly Bear moment #2. So I get why somebody like Chris Gore would like it, because it's literally where he is. It's what he's seen for 40 years with Film Threat and stuff like that. But for me, I'm like, no, this is not for me. This is very self-indulgent. So decently made, good editing, well shot, good performances. But other than a few moments in it, there were some moments I liked. I liked the Dorman episode. Again, it was very kind of 15 minutes of fame. but it was I thought it was a good episode, and there were some decent moments with Ben Kingsley. But when it finished, I was like, I will never see this again. I will never think about this again unless I have to discuss it for work. But in, out, gone. Not for me. Not for me. Not made for me. Axel Foley with a membership for 2 months says most wholesome coffee story. Oh shit, no Sani. Right? And that was a good. What is going on? The Griffly Bear's been hit again. We're going to move to the Griffly Bear moment number 3. I see you. We'll get to you. I see you. I see you, Andrew. We'll get to you, sir. Thank you. Holy shit. What's going on? Crimson Shadow. Yeah, I'm hungry. I've only had a coffee today and a poo. And I did the poo on stream. Well, not literally on stream. Crimson Shadow 1990 with a membership for 27. Hey, Az, I hope you're doing good. Here's to another month, and thanks again for keeping this mad sportsman entertained. Fucking pronouns. And Crimson Shadow with a £3 super sticker right back at you, buddy. There we go. Let's get it in focus. Right back at you, bud. Right back at you. I want to give a big thank you to everyone, by the way. Legit. No bullshit. I want to give a big thank you. I stuck to what I said I was going to do this year for my channel in January. So I said in January, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my regular streams, which is FNT, Afternoon Tea, Sunday Fun Day, and Real BBC Ripping the Silverback. Now, Erica and I are concocting something for the 100th episode of Ripping the Silverback, hence why it hasn't happened yet. But I also said I'm going to make videos, 1 video a day, Monday to Friday. Take Saturday off, come back Sunday. And that's what I've done this month. And viewership has been up massively this month. Subs are back ticking again because I'm making videos and not just streaming. So I'm actually getting subs again. And considering January's like the toughest month. Now, I know I am lucky in as much as I do have a birthday in January. And last week, you guys and gals were insane with how much you spoiled me. I mean, that's the only way I can describe it, as being spoiled rotten. That you've made January, like, thank you so much. Great start to the year. Let's keep it going. When I say let's keep it going, I'm talking to myself. So making sure a video a day, Monday to Friday. Yeah, Lady Erin, that's the plan for this year. The plan for this year is to hit 400K. That's my goal. I want to hit 400K this year. Back on the video train. I must confess, I'm liking it. I'm liking making videos again. And we will kickstart the gaming channel this month, February. And we also have the Voyager game coming out middle of the month and Resident Evil 9 coming up at the end of the month. A video a day keeps the doctor away. I'm not too sure about that, but maybe for you guys and gals. But a video a day, you guys have reacted really well to the videos, so thank you so much. Doom Guy with a £5 says you need a kettle and coffee granules in your kitchen High time you got yourself to a shop, got yourself organized instead of paying others. Fucking hell, got told off there, didn't I? Doom Guy, I got to make a confession. I do have a nice coffee machine in my kitchen, and I do have coffee beans for it, and I do have fresh milk in the fridge to easily make one. But on a weekend, I just like that. I like that little just treaty poo, you know, that little call in a coffee before the show. You know, sorry. Oh, got told off then. Daniel Moore with a €6 says, do you want to play a build of Wolverine? You'll have to put a filter over it and mute it, though. Daniel, I have no idea what you mean. It is lazy. It is lazy, but it's Sunday. Come on now. Come on. I don't know what you mean. I don't, unless you're talking about Wolverine, the video game, which has been made by what? Which has got Sweet Baby Inc. involved. Aren't Sweet Baby Inc. involved in that? Or whatever it is called now. Whatever it's called now, I don't know. Calioth with a $5 says, I don't know if the Super Bowl will be better than the Royal Rumble. And that was terrible. It's all about the coin and not about the loin. Bet both sides to win. I hope the Super Bowl is better than the Royal Rumble, because Royal Rumble was not very impressive. It's like a build from 2020. What build on what though, Daniel? That's what I'm confused about. Tony H with a €5 says, Conan, to crush the Patriots, see the driven before you and hear the lamentation of the fans. No! To crush the Seahawks, see them driven before us and hear the lamentation of their fans. That's what we want, Tony. Come on, man. Come on, Tony. Come on, man. Come on, man. Brocky Man with a €2 says, do a live stream during halftime. Get your grift on. Depends if I'm awake. Depends if I can be asked, because that would be like 2 o'clock in the morning. We'll see. I'd have to be quiet, though, because I can't wake the neighbors up. Universal Rain with a £5 says, what do you think about the Crystal Palace this year? Thunder Eyes Music Channel. What do you think about the Crystal Palace this year? Thunder Eyes Music Channel. Thunder Eyes Music Channel? What the fuck is the what? Thunder Eyes Music Channel? I don't know. Thunder Eyes Topic. Thunder Eyes Simple Jack Rain Eyes, Thunder Eyes, literal Thunder Eyes. I'm confused by the Thunder Eyes bit, but I spoke about Palace earlier. I mean, we've sold we've sold like all the good players off now. We've sold them all off. Elise went, Eze went, Gahey's just gone, Mateta's just gone. Glasner's leaving at the end of the season. It's done. We just sold everyone. We just sold them all. Benjamin, I don't know what on earth that is, but I'm just going to call you Benjamin because you're Benjamin. Has been a member for 66 months. Thank you, Ben. Appreciate you, boo. And Benjamin Flensborg with a 200 Danish says, oh, sweetheart. You come from Scandinavian roots. I've never done one of those, DNA roots, but I'm just going to be completely European. Blue eyes, baby. Blonde hair. Well, I used to have blonde hair. Blonde hair, blue eyes. That's what it used to be. fucking Aryan as they can. Anyway, Blackguard with a
$50 super chat.
if I was to make a female Jem'Hadar for Starfleet Academy, I would describe them as being made for genome research to counter diseases / bioattacks the male endure in battle. Well, that you're just making it more interesting, Blackguard. But is it more interesting than just having a fat bitch, a fat lesbian? Huh? I don't think so. I think fat lesbian beats you all day, buddy. Secondly, if any escape the Dominion, they struggle with a sense of purpose for life. Well, that's what old Trek would have done. Old Trek would have done something. I have to go back here. Old Trek would have done something with them. But they don't. It's just a Jem'Hadar fucked a female Klingon, which can't happen because they're not bred for mating. They're literally created for war. So they're not. I'm sorry, Blackguard, but you've made it way too. You've thought way too much about this, and they don't. They don't think about this at all. They just said, how can we get a fat lesbian in the show? I guess a female Jem'Hadar. Even though they don't exist. They don't exist? Well, we'll fucking put a stop to that right now. Down with the patriarchy. That's probably their mindset. And I'm not even fucking joking either. I guarantee you that's kind of their mindset. Mr. Wayne with a $5 says, hey, Az, I have a dope Batman statue on the way and I'm really excited. Is where I can send you a pic so you can tell me what you think. Cheers. Yeah, Mr. Wayne, email me at my business email, heelversusbabyface@gmail.com. That's my business email. Send me a pic of your statue. I'd love to see it. I would love to see it. The Brew Joe has been a member for 5 months. Says, do the hair system on FNT and go ginger. Claim to be the hottest ginger on FNT. Well, that's not going to be hard, is it? I've only got Chrissy to beat. Smash that. You know? Fuck it. If I put hair on, I'd just be the hottest person, period, on FNT. Male, female, doesn't matter. Beat them all. Beat them all. Maleism with a £10 says, as don't watch Knights of the Seven Gaydums. Morley and Gary want you to watch men shitting and pissing scene. It's grooming you. Well, Gary, not to give away secrets, but Gary put in our FNT chat that we all have to start watching Knights of the Seven Kingdoms to discuss on FNT to balance Starfleet Academy. I'm just like, bollocks. He just wants to talk about it, and he just wants to talk about it with everyone else. That's bullshit. It's bullshit, all of it. Doesn't episode 1 start off with Dunk just shitting in a wood or something? Doesn't it just start with him shitting in a wood or something? Colhauser with a membership for 40 months says, hey, lads, amazing that Hasbro still hasn't learned a lesson. The studio series is nothing but cash grab. That's a ripoff of the movie series. Love you. Colhauser, I'm going to really disappoint you now, dude. Because I did order the Optimus Prime and Megatron. I did order the Optimus Prime and Megatron. The battle damage. And I have seen what they look like, and they don't look great. but I did. But I did. I tell you what's even worse though is as you may or may not know, folks, McFarlane have lost the DC license. It's gone back to Mattel. So McFarlane are finishing off their Batman line of toys, their DC line of toys, and then Mattel are taking over. And there's already been an image put out of one of Mattel's first lines, and it looks garbage. Absolute garbage. The figures look garbage. So let's see how long Mattel can hold on to that without destroying it. Probably not long. But the whatever wave they showed off looks terrible. No, don't look like Bart. They just look absolutely terrible. Yeah, so if you pick up your McLaren, pick up your McFarlane DC if you ASAP, because there won't be any more being produced for a while. Super Nintendo with a $5 is hypothetical query set as Ulysses 31 live action miniseries. You have creative control. Who you casting as who? Do you know what, Super Nintendo? I used to imagine casting a live action Ulysses 31 movie, which essentially dealt with the spurning of the gods and spiraling into the universe, you know. So it would kind of end on the computer going Ulysses. Because Ulysses was like plot a course for Earth after he's won his final battle and at the end of that movie. And he's like, plot a course for Earth, and then the computer just goes, Ulysses, the way back to Earth has been wiped from my memory. So there's kind of like a bittersweet ending for that. Well, first of all, no would be CGI. So no would be CGI. Back in the day, Macaulay Culkin I would have had as Telemachus. I think Macaulay Culkin would have been a really good choice as a young boy for Telemachus. Who would voice No though? Well, thing is though, it's No is kind of robotic, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really. I'd just get Nolan North. To voice No. I think that would be a smart choice. Now, who would play Ulysses? That's the question, man. I'm going to be so basic, but I think it works. I know, forgive me, but to me, Henry Cavill has got to play Ulysses. He's got to. Could you imagine Henry Cavill as Ulysses? Bearded out, long hair. Oh, I think he would be amazing. I think he would be an amazing choice. Russell Crowe's a good. I like that. That's a good. Russell Crowe in his Gladiator at Gladiator 9. Garrett Butler. Not my first choice. Not my first choice, but I totally see. I can see it, Russ. But I would rather have peak Russell Crowe around Gladiator time than Garrett Butler. Pedro Pascal. But yeah, to me, I think Cavill would just be the man. Or I'll throw another one in. Chris Hemsworth. Chris Hemsworth as Ulysses would be epic. He would be a really, I think he'd be a really good choice. Chris Hemsworth. I think that'd be a good one. I would love to see a live action Ulysses 31. You thought Hemi as well, yeah. I think he would be, yeah, he would make a great Ulysses. Pedro Pascal could play a gay. KK took my baby away with a $2. Says, what was your favorite Patriot Super Bowl game? It has to be the comeback from Atlanta, you know. The 28-3 down to Atlanta. Because I remember exactly where I was. I used to live in the attic at the time. I used to be in the attic at the time, and I was in bed and I was watching it on iPad. And I'd got myself to a position where it's like, I'm sorry, Kaiju. I'm sorry. I know this might be some fucking PTSD for some people. But I remember it being 28-3, coming up to the end of the third. In my heart, it was over. It was absolutely over. How is anyone going to come back from 28-3? We're just about to go into the fourth quarter. And then the Patriots scored, and you're like, hey, okay, it's a little bit more respectable now. And then they scored again, and you're like, ha ha! Wow. Okay. Okay, boys. Thank you for the spirited comeback. And then they got the ball back again, and you're just like, hello. And that 2-point conversion, and I didn't even know what to do with myself. Legitimately, I was shaking. I was just shaking. 28-3 down. It's now 28, and we're going into 28 each, going into overtime. I'm fucking shaking like a leaf. I'm quivering like a shitting dog. And the rest, as they say, is history, dude. I mean, that pick at the end of the Seahawks game was great 10 years ago. But that Atlanta victory, it's the greatest Super Bowl ever. Sorry, unless you're a fan of Atlanta, of course. But what was the that dude from Atlanta? Was it Richard somebody? Was it Richard somebody else? Richard, what was he called? God damn it. It wasn't Richard. Was it Richard or Steven? Atlanta fans, help me out here. That fucking amazing running back. No, not Emmitt Smith. No, it was the one who literally had the face of just horror. It cut to him when he got picked off, and he was on the sideline. Why wasn't he running it? Why didn't they give it to him to run? He was a battering ram all fucking game. All game, he was a battering ram. Just smashing through us. And then decided to throw. Richard Sherman, that's it. Richard Sherman. I mean, if I was Sherman, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. That he was phenomenal in that match. He was phenomenal. And he's a corner. Not Richard Sherman, that's a corner. Yeah, the Seattle game. Yeah. We're talking about the Seattle game. Marshawn Lynch. Hold on. Let me get it right. Let me get it right. No, it is Richard Sherman that I'm talking about. Yeah, cornerback. Yeah, cornerback. He was phenomenal in that match. Yeah, he wasn't a running back, but he was phenomenal. He was phenomenal in that game. And then the look on his face, the Shermanator, isn't he? The look on his face, the look of absolute horror on his face when that got picked. And then do you know what he did? Do you know what he did when Brady took a knee to end the match? He came out on the field, went to Tom Brady and shook his hand. Yeah, yeah. It was what a guy. What a guy. But yeah, it's gonna be ridiculously tough for the Patriots to I think it's gonna be really tough for the Patriots to win next week. It's not gonna stop me fucking cheering them on, but I think it's gonna be really tough. Edwin with a 50 Danish says, "Hey Az, if you could decide how would you want Tom Holland Spider-Man symbiote storyline to go? More aggression, not one movie, but multiple. I would definitely like to see it happen over the course of multiple movies, not just a singular movie. But it would probably have to go through, it'd have to be like a new trilogy almost, I think. But I would like to see more aggressive, because we've seen that there's a little bit of a dark spark in the eye of Tom Holland's Spider-Man. We saw that when Aunt May was killed. And I think it would be a good reflection on who his character has been. So it definitely needs escalation. By the way, 3 times YouTube's crashed this stream. Just want to say. 3 times it's crashed. Let's end the poll as well. And Edwin with a 20 Danish says, thoughts on Mark Goldbridge? None. None really. I've never watched any of his stuff, I'm afraid. Sorry, but I've never watched his stuff. So I got no opinion. No opinion without prejudice. Twice for you. I just had my third now, Lady Erin. Just had my third now. Oh, Yukikyan with a $10 says, Funky has K-pop Demon Hunters. Then Disney has a funky Mickey and Minnie in K-pop outfit. Lol the Desperate. I think Hot Toys. Hot Toys have just announced the K-pop Demon Hunters figures. 1 in 6 figures. Zodlander with a 20 Swedish says tear ducts in Klingon since, well, thanks, Kirsten. Yes, it was established in Star Trek V, The Undiscovered Country, Klingons do not have tear ducts. So they cannot cry. They don't have tear ducts. So how Gaiden was crying, I guess he had the tear ducts fucked into his bum. I don't know. But again, Zodlander, they don't care. They don't care. Who is your soda pop as? I don't even know what that means. Who is my soda pop? What's that mean? Hazel with a Australian says, Az, will you write more comic books? Can I get your last one on digital? If you could interview any actor, who would it be? Will I write any more? Don't know. Don't know. There's no. I haven't been told to write anything, so I've got nothing ongoing at the moment. I do have like my own story in my head, you know, that maybe one day I'll work on as a just a project for me. But nothing. I don't think any of us from Saints and Sinners are doing anything for writing at the moment, which is weird, you know, because you know Saints and Sinners biggest selling book last year on the Rippaverse by a long shot. Oh, I've not seen K-pop Demon Hunters, so sorry. I'll watch it. I'll watch K-pop Demon Hunters. You can get Saints and Sinners on digital. You'd have to get it as part of the anthology, though. So if you buy the anthology on digital, Saints and Sinners is in that anthology. And if I could interview any actor, who would it be? Again, I've got to say Henry, right now, alive or any actor ever? Any actor ever or that's just alive now? I'll just put it in the chat, hey, so we don't have to send another super. Just put it in the chat so I can answer your question a little bit more fully. Bone God was great. I did enjoy it. I enjoyed all the stories, to be honest with you. I enjoyed them all. Or both. Okay. Yeah, that just saves a bit of time. Actor who's alive today, Henry Cavill, because he's I think there'd be loads to talk about because he's a nerd. We've got World of Warcraft in common. We've got Warhammer 40k in common. So I think we've got comic books obviously in common. So I think Henry Cavill could have a really good chat with Henry Cavill, like a proper nerdy chat with Henry Cavill. So instead of kind of doing a Hollywood chat, it'd be good just to have a really cool nerd chat with him. And he is a nerd in the nicest of ways. So yeah, I think it'd be a really fun conversation to have. A really fun conversation to have. And who knows? He might go, dude, we'd love to get him on FNT. It's easier said than done. Well, that's just it, Russ. Who knows? I'll say, Henry, what about if I bring my my Death Guard army down to your place and we have Custodes versus Death Guard? See what he thinks to that. See what he thinks to that. Come on, Henry, let's go. Henry, get in touch with me, buddy, please. Get in touch with me, dude. Let's figure something out. Any actor or any time ever, it has to be Patrick McGoohan. I would have loved to sat down with Patrick McGoohan and talk about The Prisoner. And then that to me, that would just be, these are very personal things, you know. I like to do things personally. You could have anyone, yeah, but this is who I'd love to sit down with and have conversations with. So Patrick McGoohan, if it was ever, current day, 100% Henry Cavill. TJ with a 49 months says, I missed your birthday stream last week and I wanted to say happy birthday. No problem. You're the day after me. Aquarius rule, baby. Yeah. Hail to you and hail to the chat. Thank you. Yeah, Death Guard versus, I mean, Custodes are probably lined up to smash me, but could be a cool game, that. Laurie Kirk has become a member. Thank you. Dragonwise with a $5 says Kurtzman track is more racist than the Jetsons. February, happy birthday to all who are here because of prom night. Yeah, boy. SC Kaiju with a $5 says, my guess, the activist writers believe everything whites have done was stolen, so it's okay to retcon established IPs to promote the message. Well, yeah, that's because they're racist. That's because they're really, really racist. Lo-Fi Inkblot beats with the $5 says, I bet the Starfleet women are all fat because they ate all the straight men. Or their all minge diet is fattening in the future. Hail as in chat. Oh, okay. I mean, okay. Crew Kid with a $5 says Kurtzman turned them into retarded baguettes, spelt with an F. And of course, perfectly referenced everyone involved in the series with that title. Video Enjoy with a £10 says radical individualism ends in a tyrannical will that seeks nothing but pleasure and power. It's Slanesh. It is Slanesh, though. The fetishistic exhibitionism is a tool of the humiliation of the common culture. Well said. Gosh darn it, with a 5 Canadian says Romulans, Klingons, AK has a savior complex. He castrates powerful races so he can save them with his characters because they can't save themselves. Isn't that sort of the far left? That's their racist vibe, though, isn't it? We have to go to bat for these minorities because they're only minorities and they're only the little people and only us enlightened can help. Fucking racist pigs. Jackson Cagle's been a member for 4 months. Thank you, Jackson. And he became a member, which made him a 4-month member. Grabthar's Hammer with a $5 says, it's obvious none of the producers or writers have knowledge or experience in actual science or even pseudoscience. Probably failed high school chemistry. Well, Kurtzman said that he wanted this show to be like Harry Potter. That's why we just have space magic. It's just none of it's based in science. It's magic. So it's all just space magic now. Makes no sense. Super Nintendo with a $10. Just like with modern Doctor Who, modern Star Trek is now science fantasy, not science fiction. But I'd say it's science magic. But it's not even magic. It's just magic. It's just magic. It's not science. It's just magic. Stuff no longer has to make sense. Just hand waved away as space magic. It's lazy and terrible. It is. And it's highly annoying. Mark M has become a member. Thank you, Mark. MJ Bull with a $10 says, put on DS9, Sons of Mog, last night and enjoyed the heartbreaking crisis with Worf dealing with how human values influence his decisions, have screwed his brother over in the Empire. Starfleet Academy can't touch that. No, because it's nuanced. And they haven't got a fucking, they just want, they want the now. They don't want the build up. They don't want the construction. They don't want the groundwork done. They just want the now. It's flashy, flashy time, flashy, flashy. Oh, thank God. I'm not going to tell you what I just saw, chat, but all I can say is thank God. Bushin Ryu Cat has been a member for 14 months. Thank you. KK took my baby away. KKK took my baby away with a $2. His thoughts on Amelia from the Pathways game. British hero. British hero. I love how again the left are absolutely melting down over an AI girl because she's got more patriotism and love for a country than any fucking leftist wanker who just want to see the destruction of our beautiful country. And I'd love to go more into it, KKK, but unfortunately, because this is the UK, there's a good chance that I could get arrested. And it's not even hyperbolic. I could be arrested. because I live in a totalitarian fucking police state with the highest rate of arrests for internet posts in the world by a long shot. But the thing is, a lot of the stuff, I mean, all the stuff of Amelia that I've seen, she's saying nothing wrong. What Amelia's doing is giving thoughts, you know? She's giving ideas. She's giving topics which can be talked about, discussed, but they don't want it discussed. They want you silenced. They want you capitulating. They want you weak. They want you under Das Boot. Eek. Oh. So yeah, can't go any further. Otherwise, could get arrested. You know. Apophis Studios TV with the $5 says, did the window lickers find the Tide Pods? Oh, they ate the Tide Pods, then they licked the windows with them. Video Enjoyer with a £5 says, activist normative inversion Gaiden is a voice for his culture precisely because he's not a voice for his culture. Checkmate, Normie. Well, he's not. He's the antithesis of his culture. Jaden he's the antithesis of his culture. The thing is, he's the antithesis of his culture. He doesn't represent the Klingon Empire or anything that they stand for, and yet he speaks for them. Typical fucking lefty fucking weirdo. We need to break what they are to mold it into what we want it to be. Ryan Solo with a $2 says, remember when Gowron begged Picard for help? There was, he begged, because that's when there was a bit of shenanigans going on with the Klingon Empire. There was some really good, there's some very good Klingon storytelling in both DS9 and TNG. And the fact that Worf took dishonor to save the Klingon Empire, and then they went straight back to scheming. Casual Sadism has been a member for 15 months. Thank you. Worf's baller. Started off as such an underrated character when he first started, and then by the end of TNG was one of the best characters. And then when he went over to DS9, they did even more with him. Thrud has been a member for 12 months. Zodlander with a 50 Swedish says, please do a Sunday Funday Star Trek bridge crew in the style of Starfleet leering, or is that just the norm? No, I mean, we were pretty retarded when we did do Starfleet bridge crew on Sunday Funday, but yet we were still more competent than Starfleet Academy. David Frederickson is with a $2 says, I despise Kurtzman Drek. That's because it's dog shit, mate. Tony with a 2-month, thank you, Tony. Bob the Lobster with a 10-month, thank you, Bob the Lobster. Lo-Fi Ink Block Beats with a 4-month, thank you. And Bob the Lobster gifting 5 memberships to the stream. Bob the Lobster, thank you. Hit Gary Daly, no. With a $10, it says, are you looking forward to Crimson Desert, the new open world RPG that's coming out on March in Steam? Coming out in March on Steam. I do have it wishlisted, yes. I do have it wishlisted. If you, for fuck's sake, Zan Zoltan. Pink. Oh, I see your reason. Okay. I appreciate that. Okay. If you played Black Desert Online by Pearl Abyss, it's up your alley. Right. I don't like Black Desert Online, but I've got my eye on Crimson Desert. I've got it on. So I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna give Crimson Desert a go when it comes out. Boobies. Blackguard with a
$100 super chatter.
I hope you took YouTube's 30% off that as well, Russ. If any species, race in any universe had suffered 50% plus population erasure, open or exclusive gayness would not be tolerated at all. Let's talk about this. Each surviving member would be obliged to reproduce the next generation. I don't care how progressive the society was beforehand. This is a really good point. This is actually something that I wanted to bring up as well. It was something I was thinking about a couple of days ago. Because the race is on the verge of extinction. Number one, not only would homosexuality not be permitted, or tolerated, shall we say, that the likelihood is that they would just kick him out anyway. If you're gay, they'd either kill them or kick them out. But that's an uncomfortable thing that they don't want to deal with. Number two, they wouldn't have any of this fucking polycule fucking shite unless it was one man, multiple Klingon women. Because the Klingon Empire is A, patriarchal, and B, needs to reproduce. So you wouldn't have your gay fucking dads with your gay fucking son, and you want to talk about a race on the verge of fucking extinction with 8 houses left, and one of them is fucking 4 people, and 3 of them are fucking gay. It would not, in any capacity, be tolerated. The Klingons would either exile them or kill them. And if you want an even more uncomfortable truth, the likelihood is they would probably kill them to prevent them from the offhand of, well, we won't go any further. We won't go any further. But the likelihood is they would probably kill them. So Jaden is theoretically in the best place because he's completely away from the Klingon Empire, which he turned his back on. But yes, I mean, they're already dead, though. They're already dead, Blackguard. They've taken too much. If there's only 35 fucking ships of them, they've taken too much. It's already gone. It's already extinct. It's already done. But you see, these are also adult conversations to have. And this show doesn't want to have adult conversations. It wants to say, look at our stringy piece of snot, gay black Klingon. Aren't we stunning and brave? That's all they want to do. They don't want to deal with what those issues would be, what a race on the verge of extinction would look like, how something like homosexuality would be tolerated in that society. These are adult conversations. These are adult themes that Star Trek could have in the past actually discussed. But not anymore. Not anymore. So these ridiculous polycule crap would not be tolerated, and homosexuality would not be tolerated. It would be the bigotry of the Klingon Empire. But they don't want to, again, they don't want to have these conversations. Yeah, it is a genetic collapse. It is they have now gone into a genetic collapse. They cannot turn this around now. They're done. It's over. Andrew Cram with a
$100 super chatter.
Happy post birthday, Az. I love your takes on Starfleet. Thank you, dude. Appreciate that, Andrew. It's nice to have an adult conversation with your fucking audience, because the people who write the show don't want to have an adult conversation about it. And saying what you're saying doesn't mean, oh no, look at him, he's so anti-gay. No, I am looking at it from the perspective of the Klingon Empire and what they would do as Klingons. But as the show showed us, they needed to break the Klingons in this episode to remold it into their far left ideological version of what they want Klingons to be. Because they are babies, they are children, they are infantile, they are puerile. They cannot have adult conversations. They cannot deal with adult themes. And I guarantee you, like, you speak to somebody like Robert Meyer Burnett, Robert would probably agree that the Klingons would absolutely not tolerate homosexuality within that sphere, within that predicament that the Empire is in. And these polycules wouldn't be tolerated in the slightest. The women would be literal breeding machines for them right now. That's what women would be. Breeding machines for the Klingon Empire. And it's too late, but that's what they would be. Polycule fucking dog. Fucking pathetic. Jackson Cagle with a $2 on the counter. Thank you, Jackson. Whacking a couple of bucks on the counter. I'll take that. Thank you, sir. Storn Eden with a 17-month membership. Thank you. Daniel Moore Business with a €2.50. It's a build from like 2021. I don't know what you mean, though, when you say a build. A build of what? What, a Lego build? I don't know what. Build of what? A build of what? From where? That's what I'm confused about. Boobies. Bushin Ryu Cat with a $2 says, will you play Knight's Path and Batman's Telltale game? Oh, yes, I have Knight's Path now wishlisted. I'll give that a go when it's eventually comes out, and I'll give an honest opinion on it, whether or not I like it, dislike it. But you know, all credit to the I mean, I did a video on it this week, but all credit to the my brain's dead. Devs. All credit to the developers for not capitulating to the Freak Brigade just because the Freak Brigade wanted them to. Daniel Moore Business with a €6 says the build has Mystique before Sweet Baby Inc. dressed her like a nun. Build means the version of... Okay, right. No, I just need to establish if we were talking about the video game or what we were talking about. The build of what? The video game? Lego? You know, fucking statue? What build? You know, so I needed to establish. No, I've got no interest in this Wolverine game. I've got none. Clay with a €2 says, we're going to San Francisco. Fucking hippie shit. Soy cucks on. That was pathetic in the first episode, but summed them up perfectly. GM on the PayPal side with a £5. Thank you, GM. Don't want to say your name. Don't want to, dox you. But GM, thank you, dude. Appreciate you. On the PayPal side. They've done some terrible stuff with that game. B1 with a $2 says, great to see you making so many videos again. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Really appreciate that. And B1 gifting 5 memberships to the stream as well. Thank you. Big Hot has been a member for 10 months. Big Hot, thank you. Appreciate that. Cruel Boom with the £5 says, it's the DS9 love letter episode this week. Any chance it'll be good? And your review video has only a few minor nitpicks or thoughts. Right. Do you know what? No. And I'll tell you why. Because it's Kurtzman Trek. But I'll tell you another reason why. Apparently, the person that's going to look into the mystery of Cisco's disappearance. I know a character that's going to turn up in the next episode. I'm just saying. Is the retarded hologram. So the retarded hologram that's been nothing but retarded for 4 episodes is going to look into the mystery of Cisco's disappearance. I dread to think how this episode's going to turn out. I dread, because we're not dealing with a smart character. We're not dealing with a well-made character. We're dealing with a fucking window licker. So sadly, I'm a Benjamin Sisko fan because he was a great captain. But I wouldn't get your hopes up, dude. And I'm sorry, but I wouldn't get your hopes up, man. Jaded Fett with a $10 says, morning, Chief. When you get a chance, you should check out A Million Amelias by Skybrows. If you haven't already, great music video. Might get a knock at your door, though. Oh, is that the one that the other person was trying to talk about earlier? I'll check it out. I mean, of course, I won't check it out. That would be so wrong. I absolutely won't check it out later. Okay. Let's carry on. Maybe that Thunder Eyes, Sky Brows. I don't know. Maybe that was referring to that. How the fuck will they conduct the disappearance of Cisco? Oh, like a bunch of retards, Rover. It's likely going to be some of the most retarded shit we've seen yet. That's the sad thing. SJ Almighty's been a member for 68. Says, I feel your pain, matey. Villa have just lost to fucking Brentford. Villa they've been doing brilliantly at Villa. They've been doing real well. And good on you. I've been cheering you on this year as well. On another note, did you see? On another note, did you like the recent pictures I sent you? I like the TNG one, dude. The TNG one was cool. I like that one. I don't know if I've seen all of them, but that was cool. That one. I did like that. You bar me with a $2 says egg is like little baby Az, cute like baby Yoda. Ooh, uh-oh. Don't say that. Brentford were playing with 10 men as well. Oof. Estro Almighty with a £1 fitty diamond geezer super sticker. Boobies. Kendon B with a 28-month. Kendon B, thank you. Rick 1662 has been a member for 40. Thank you, Rick. Insomniac has been a member for 31. Insomniac, thank you. Sir Clive Calculator with a 10 pound. Prince Andrew's daughter Beatrice looks like Garon. Zan Zoltan with a 500 arses says, hey Lars, happy birthday. I'm not going to send you a red one so I don't make the goal burst prematurely. Well, your red one didn't actually. It didn't proc the goal. Before you have a chance to get to your 38 seconds. By the way, I'm rewatching OG Star Trek because of how much I hated Star 90210 Cat Academy. It's I'm going to blink and it's going to be Thursday. I'm going to be doing the review and I'm going to cry. And Zan with 4,000 horses. No, don't pink gash me. I'm not a Glagon from Alex Kurtzman's universe. I will give you your 38 seconds of pleasure as you wished. Ha! Love you, man. Now restart the goal. Beautiful Englishman. Still going. It never procced the goal. It never procced the goal. Don't know why. Honestly, don't know why. Yeah, it's always done that before. But yeah. Des Roma with a membership for 11 months has been drinking microwave fuck's sake. Get him off my screen. Bushin Ryo Cat with a $5 says, I'd pick Ridley Scott to direct the story of Kalis. Kales. Kalees. In a Star Trek Klingon side movie with you as a consultant. Who would you let direct? Well, I would have said Christopher Nolan, but after his casting for The Odyssey, I don't know. I don't know anymore. I would get James Gunn. Des Roma gifting 5 memberships to the stream. Des Roma, thank you. Nerf Herder with a $2. Thank you, Nerf Herder. Peepo Sus with a $2 says, can you stream Lego Batman when it drops this year? Maybe. Because I'm not really interested in the Lego video games. I find them very samey and they get very boring very quick for me. But I saw the trailer and I was actually like, this kind of looks cool. So maybe, or maybe just a playthrough for the gaming channel. Who knows? One of the two, but maybe. Blackguard with a 20. Blackguard, you've been way generous today, mate. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. With a $20. Here's a better art for Gaiden. He wants to study science in a particular biology to help the Klingons repopulate with as few familial cul-de-sacs as possible with the remaining population to save the Klingon species. That would have been, right, that would have been way more interesting because the Klingons could be, we need warriors and you're of the age and all that kind of stuff and blah, blah, blah. And he's putting his mind to science to try and save the Klingon species. That would be way more interesting. So you could still get the conflict between his path and the Klingon path and actually lead to again, most likely some interesting conversations, discussions, debates, arguments. Oh, I got my 2 E's and my S's wrong on Kalis. Less, not Lees. Less. So yeah, it would have been much better, but instead he just likes it up the ass. And that's all you're gonna get, dude. Andy Cooper with a £5 says, by the way, again, folks, the optics. Just think of the optics. You are wanting to tell a story about a species on the verge of extinction. Well, it's as we've already discussed, it's gone way past there. But in the eyes of the show, a species on the verge of extinction, right? And you want to do a gay romance? You want to try and set up a gay romance in that episode between one of... Just the optics are so tone deaf. Utterly tone deaf. It's so stupid. So stupid. Hold on. Andy Cooper with a £5 says, "Hi, Az. I have 5 of King Charles's finest, despite being on the wrong side of the border." I'm trying to work out what that actually means. That's what I'm trying to work out. I have 5 of King Charles's finest. Despite being on the wrong side of the border. I can't work out what that means. What would be King? I mean, King Charles is he's into fucking plants and shit. He's giving you £5. Oh, it's because I didn't get me sandwich. No, it's the £5. I've got £5, despite being on the wrong side of the border. So where you're either in Scotland or Wales, or Northern Ireland. You could be in Northern Ireland, not Southern Ireland though. Not in Ireland, because Ireland, they use euros. Thank you, dude. Brocky Man with the $5 says, "With all this talk about playing with 10 men, I thought you were talking about Jaden." No, that's episode 8. J-Rod with a $10 says, "Good day, sir. Good day to you, sir." Right, folks, we've caught up, and I am going to bid you adieu because I'm going to be back in an hour. Well, 50 minutes, 55 minutes with Sunday Fun Day, and we are playing, as far as I'm aware, today we're going to be playing Peak. We're going to be climbing again. We're going to be playing Peak. I think there's been some new stuff with Peak. So we're going to do that. So that would be 6 p.m. UK time, which is 12 p.m. Central US. Massive thank you to everybody who came to watch today. Mods, thank you so much indeed for giving up your free time. We don't know about QBG yet. If QBG can't do it, Mr. P will do it. We're waiting on QBG. But seriously, thank you ever so much indeed. Guys, you've been exceedingly generous again today. Thank you so much indeed. Honest to God. Thank you so much. Everybody who super chatted, remembered, gifted memberships. Thank you for supporting the channel. I'll see you in 50 minutes. Until then, you take care. Goodbye, Blue.